Hey everybody, welcome to another one of Chris's beer reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing a brew from the Great Lakes Brewery of Toronto, Ontario. I was recently at the Beer Fest in Toronto, Ontario. Unfortunately, I went on a Sunday instead of a Friday or a Saturday. And I got the pleasure of checking out the Great Lakes Brewery's Cascapalooza section, which is what they called it because they had about anywhere between 9 to 12 different kegs tapped in this gazebo type hut, which had very many Great Lakes breweries that they do not have in the store. Now, the one thing that I wanted to say, which is pretty cool, is for those who know how to actually pronounce Weiss, like Weiser, like Hef Weiser, it's pronounced Weiss with the V. So they did something really cool, and they actually had a brew that was called Miami, spelt Weiss, but of course it means Miami Vice, which was, I don't know, I just thought I'd add that. It was pretty cool. We're looking at the Red Leaf, which was not at the Cascapalooza. I'm not going to read the back. It looks like I'm reading ingredients. We got the Great Canadian Leaf on the front. I believe they may have chosen a gold can because it's a gold medal winner. It says at the top, it's smooth red. It's very, very Canadian. A beer trying to be very, very Canadian, which it is. It's a 5.0% ABV at 473 milliliters per can. Established in 1987, Great Lakes Brewery is Toronto's oldest craft brewery. We produce the finest ales and lagers made with all natural premium ingredients. Our award-winning beers are handcrafted in small batches, yada, yada, yada. It's getting kind of boring because I realize that I've read the back of their cans and bottles so many times that this just seems like I should have this memorized by now. Alright, another thing that's cool is we got a red pop top, I'll call it. I know what it's called. It's a pop tab, but just thought I'd change it up a little bit there. I'm drinking out of this wonderful Pilsner glass here that you can see my skull through. Alright, I'll be alright. Alright, here goes. Got some nice smoke there. I don't really smell anything, unfortunately. Oh. Great head so far. Of course, it's also because I'm pouring it awkwardly. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm on a strange angle here. I twisted my ankle, so I'm just doing whatever I can to keep my ankle off the ground. Now, I'm really surprised with this color. I was expecting a much lighter, type lager-looking Pilsner color, like a weedy color, but we're looking at check this out. The top, very dark, not hazy. We got a very woody, what's that word I like to use? Maybe auburn, mahogany looking color. And then as I raise the glass, you will notice that we have a very light difference in beer. This is not because of the condensation. Because look, I'm wiping the condensation away. It's still dark. So this beer is going to be tasting different up here compared to down here. So I'm going to make sure that I drink the whole thing for you on camera. Try to make it as quick as possible. One sign of a good brew is that the head sticks around, and this head hasn't really stuck around. But who knows what that says about the quality of the taste. I'm really not picking up on any aroma. Maybe at the very ending there I kind of got like a nutty, more like a nutty kind of aroma. I'm not sick, but I feel like it. Woo! Just got a draft through my window behind me. I got some mad goosebumps. Oh, you can't see them. Whatever. Screw that. We're going back into beer. All right. See how it goes. Would you like some skull?
Yes, I would like some.
I'll be all right. I will say it's got some great lace. I've only had one sip and it's sticking up there. You know what? I get a very malty aftertaste. On the front, Goes down really, really smooth, just like your typical lager or pilsner. Not very much flavor right up front. And then on the back end, you have a very malty, kind of nutty, maybe a little bit of a woody taste. I don't taste anything else in there. I would like to say though that it is really smooth. For that head that I got off of the beginning, this is a surprisingly smooth beer. You know, it kind of resembles the texture of a lot of beers that I've had out there. Just to give you some examples, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I can't think of them right now. I'm just going to be wasting your time. Yep, can't think of them right now. I have a little bit of a photographic memory, and I'm trying to picture what they look like. And as I'm trying to talk, I'm trying to think, but it's not coming to me. Yeah, I just keep getting the same taste there. Smooth. Lager lovers will absolutely love this beer. Now I'm going to read the ingredients, see if I missed any, which I'm sure I did because of the way that these things go. Hints of caramel. I don't really taste any caramel, people. I love caramel, and I don't really taste any caramel. Maybe the caramel has something to do with the smoothness of the beer. I have no idea. That's me talking right out of my butt there. So it has hints of caramel. Okay. So it has hints of it. So you're not really picking up on the flavor here. Nuts, toasted malt result in a fluffy, flavored, yet deceptively smooth lager. A well-balanced body makes it a perfect year-round beer. Red Leaf is an ideal match with burgers, ribs, sandwiches, and stews. So yeah, we got a lot of hints of this and hints of this and hints of that, but in the ending, all I do really taste is the malts. And what did it say about the malts? Toasted malt? I've heard roasted. I've heard roasted malt, but I've never heard toasted before. How do you toast malt? Very interesting. But very, all right, not a problem, not a problem at all. If I have to say, my favorite Great Lakes Brewery beer is their winter ale. I don't know what kind of spices, cloves they throw into that beer, but it is so good. Yeah, so as you can tell, we're getting down to the lighter side of this brew here, so I'll let you know how that tastes. Believe it or not, the lighter it's getting, it's starting to have a little bit more flavor, and I might tasting it now. After talking a little bit, I'm starting to taste it, but I do taste a little bit more of a nutty flavor. The aftertaste on the back end, only on the back end. Everything is smooth up front. This isn't a bad beer. You know why? I'll give it to you. To me, a sign of a bad beer is its inconsistency. And there's nothing worse than a beer tasting more and more and more like crap as you drink it to the bottom. But the more and more I drank this to the bottom, the better it got. So I'm left with more of a pleasant aftertaste right by the finish. Perfect for me to give a review to. So, you know, I'm sorry that the review's picking on like 9 minutes now, but ultimately, I think that I would like to give this a 3.2 out of 5, which I think is quite fair. It's not your average lager because I can actually enjoy it. And, yeah, it's probably the best that I could say. So, yeah, thank you, Great Lakes Brewery, for bringing out the Red Leaf. I'm sure one day it may become discontinued because I don't see a lot of people buying it. But it was worth the try. It was worth the experience. And forgive my rambling. It's time to go. So, yeah, thanks for joining me in another one of Chris's beer reviews. Don't drink and drive, but drink responsibly.